प्रणो देवी सरस्वती वाजेभिर्वाजिनीवती धीनामवित्र्यवतु आनो दिवो बृहतः पर्वतादा सरस्वती यजतागन्तु यज्ञम् वाग्देव्यै नमः। सुप्रभातम्। We are in the understanding of the difference of the different streams of Bhagavad Gita, where the regular practices of yoga are more simplified and people friendly, which is expounded by Swami Vivekananda under different streams. As such, Bhagavad Gita, according to S-VYASA, it is not the four streams which is expounded by him, but as far as people mindset, according to their svabhava, the guna, characters, these four streams have been simplified for day-to-day practice. Under these, there are four what we have understood in all these days: Bhakti, Karma, Raja and Jnana. Four streams of yoga. But if you look at the entire Gita, after 10, 11, 12 chapters, we can understand, even though Krishna has convinced in different ways to make Arjuna to follow his duty, still he was unable to accept the truth. He was not convinced. Even though he has gone different modes of psychological counseling, still he has not accepted at all. That means, if you take in a common scenario, any organization or company, whatever it is, until and unless you are convinced by your superiors or the boss, you will not execute the duty. You must understand, as well as you have to totally dedicate to a person or an organization or a principle. Then only you will be more you will take the active part in the complete successful execution. Here, same thing happens to Arjuna also. Until and unless he feels and experiences the divine form, the universal form, or the Vishwarupa Darshana, until and unless he expressed his divine manifestation, Arjuna did not accept it. That's why, at last, what matters? We have to surrender our ego. Until and unless you overcome your own ignorance, your own prejudices, your own illogical understanding, and your own the ego followed by the ajnana, it cannot be executed successfully, because ego always hurts. You have to surrender your ego, then only the path will be very smooth. The entire Bhakti Yoga concept says here, one must undergo for the Bhakti or the devotion followed by surrendering. In fact, all the scriptures, it says, even Patanjali also beautifully brought out the concept, Ishvara Pranidhana. So, Ishvara Pranidhana means, of course, you practice yoga. You practice asanas, pranayama, bandha, mudra, whatever you want. That is tapas. Under the concept of tapas, you practice yoga, different streams of yoga. Again, Swadhyaya, you will go for more understanding. It is the higher scriptures. But the third aspect, he says, Ishvara Pranidhana. Until and unless you surrender your ego to the ultimate reality, see, practice as well as your Swadhyaya, scriptural understanding, boost up your ego instead of humbleness. That's why one must follow the path of devotion, of the surrendering of the Bhakti. With this understanding, here also in the Gita, he has projected beautifully how a surrender must be. People in different conditions, in different states or the phases, will surrender themselves, at least temporarily, not permanently. If you look at the first verse, it very clearly says, Artaha Jignasu Arthati Jnani Cha Bharatashava. O Arjuna, in different phases of their life journey, people surrender or worship or dedicate to me. In what are the situations? Artha. Whenever you are under misery, whenever you undergo sufferings, dukkha, then you will obviously remember the God. They are the one of the condition. The second condition is jignasu, out of curiosity, out of knowing something higher. Then you are slowly, you might be knowing all over the world some set of people, so-called secular or so-called intellectuals. They study and misunderstand the scriptures of different religions, and whenever they want to project themselves, the scriptural injections or the scriptural understanding will be taken to oppose some other religion's philosophy. So curious to know something what other religion has. This is a negative side of understanding the philosophy. So here, many people, even among yourself, many people have come to yoga field to know more about yoga. It is a jignasu pravritti. That doesn't mean you are willing to have moksha, the liberation or the kaivalya. But you wanted to know something more what you know already. So jignasu pravritti. They are also named as devotees, bhakta. The third category is artharthi, when they want to have more wealth, the more money, the more commercial interest, people will go for the devotion. You might be knowing huge temples which are visited by the great people who have accumulated the money, either the good means or the bad means, whatever it is, but at last people devotee will devote themselves to the God or the supreme reality when they want more money, artharthi. And the last category is jnani cha bharatarshava, the real seekers of the knowledge, okay, to experience and to establish in the highest bliss, people come for the path of devotion. So these are the different phases of devotees where they believe in God and surrender. In the light of this Bhagavad Gita, what are the different results or the consequences of practicing bhakti can be understood very well from Narada Bhakti Sutra. Because in a nutshell, we can understand the Bhakti Swarupa from the Gita, but whereas elaborately, the different modes of the path of devotion is very well explained. As we understood some of the sutras or the aphorisms from Patanjali Yoga Sutra as far as yoga is concerned, but the description and the elaboration is available in all Hatha Yoga texts. Similarly, the Bhakti Yoga Sutra of Narada will expound the beautiful and practical approach, okay, with right understanding. So I would like to go through some of the sutras of Narada where you will understand in an easiest way. According to Adi Shankaracharya, he has quoted one statement in Viveka Chudamani. He says, Bhakti sadhana samagrim, moksha sadhana samagrim, bhakti reva gadiyase. idiocy. Even though Adi Shankara expounded Advaita philosophy, oneness in the whole creation, still he has insisted on the bhakti or the devotion. He says, moksha sadhana samakriyam. There are number of paths, number of tools, number of ways to do sadhana to attain the ultimate reality or the moksha or the liberation. But among all these different tools or the sadhana path, Bhakti eva gariyasi. Bhakti is the supreme. That's what he has told. That means what? At last, whatever you practice, we have to surrender. Surrender in the sense, surrendering the ego, nothing else. So once you surrender the ego, in one of the lecture, Osho Rajneesh says, what do we have to donate or to do charity to the world or the society? Whatever you do, the charity or the donation, whatever it is none of yours. You don't possess yourself on your own. Whatever you donate or whatever you do, the charities belongs to someone else. Even if you share the knowledge, it is taken from the scripture as well as some yoga masters. If you share yoga knowledge of the yoga practices, you have brought it from some others. If you donate some money, you have earned, okay, and someone has given and you are donating. So, whatever it is, we are not possessing anything of our own. So, at last, what you can do, the best way of doing charity is surrendering the ego. So, that is the only one thing we can give up. That's why bhakti, nothing but overcoming the ego. In the understanding of Sankhya philosophy also, when you go through the concept of body, the mind and indriyas, there comes ego level or the ahankara level, where you can go further higher stages. That's why one must overcome the ego by the practice of yoga, where it will purify your feelings and emotions. Here Narada says, what are the different? When you continuously practice bhakti, devotion, surrendering, what are the results you may achieve? We may not experience in day-to-day life, but some factors surely we can experience. He says, the practice of bhakti leads to Amrita Swarupacha. It is the highest result of practicing the bhakti. Amrita Swarupa means becoming immortal, eternal, attaining the ultimate state. Amrita Swarupa, where you go beyond the concept of or fear of death. Mrita, it is a dead state. So, even though you are living, you will not have the fear of death because you become immortal at the conscious level. Amrita Swarupacha. So once we understand this physical body is anyhow has to die one fine day, then why to have the fear? One of the ISKCON monk beautifully is brought out one discussion. He says, he asked the questions to the devotees. Do you have any problem? If devotee says yes, then the next question would be, can you solve? Yes, then why do you worry? You have a problem, you can solve the problems, you no need to worry. Then the same question posed again. Do you have a problem? No. Then why do you worry? Okay. Next question. If you have problems, you cannot solve it, then also no need to worry. So at last, no need to worry for any condition. Okay. Problem is because of our wrong understanding of our own intellectual or mental states, we pose or we claim that we are responsible for everything. That is called ego. That's why understand the nature of the body, go beyond. Be abhihi. Veda says abhihi. Be fearless. so that you can conquer anything. So the bhakti practice, the practice of devotion makes you to more and more the nature of our physical body so that you can have the feeling of immortality, Amrita Swarupacha. And the next he says, Yat Labdva. Once you achieve this mental state or once you experience this, what happens? Yat Labdva Puman Siddho Bhavati. Siddha. That means he will be free from all the pain as well as the happiness. Sufferings as well as the happiness. Siddha, not only Siddha means you will get lot of extra-sensual perceptions or the supernatural powers a Bhakta can. If you look at the entire history of the story of Hanuman from Ramayana, being a great Bhakta to Lord Rama, how Hanuman achieved great siddhis. So being a Bhakta or a devotee, one can achieve the supernatural powers, what even Patanjali says, by practicing yoga, one will get vibhutis. Okay? Then also, Amrito Bhavati, Trupto Bhavati. Once you are feeling immortal, then Trupto Bhavati, absolute satisfaction. No question of dissatisfaction. No question of murmuring or grumbling nature. So absolutely satisfied with any given condition. No question of discrimination, differentiation, okay, no bheda bhava, no upper and lower, superior and inferior, nothing comes. Triptaha, in whatever the situation you are absolutely satisfied. So that is the result of the bhakti, even we can experience in our day-to-day life also. Say example, when you eat, at one fine stage, you will be satisfied. Okay, even though someone brings amrita or the most delicious sweets, you can't eat once the stomach is full. So that is the state called satisfaction. Okay, if you go beyond, you have to vomit. So that kind of satisfaction. Right now, people are getting temporarily satisfaction through the food because somewhere you say stop. I don't want more. Similarly, Truptaha, in any given condition, at the body level or the sukha of the body or the mind or the intellectual level, you are Truptaha, absolutely satisfied. And also, Na Kinchit Vanchati, he never expects anything, he never desires for anything. Okay? Because once you have everything, then what is the need to desire for something else? Na kinchit vanchati. Absolutely satisfied so that you never wish for anything at all. Na kinchit vanchati, na shochati. He will not go for crying or sadness or misery. Na shochati. No question of depression. No question of worrying at all. Na shochati. And at last, na dveshti, he will not hate anyone. So everyone becomes friend. Maitri bhava with the whole universe. Even the creatures or the insects or the animals, the birds or the human beings or the trees or the plants, you are the friend. You will establish the Maitri bhava so that no question of hatredness. Na dveshti, he never hates anyone. And at last, na ramate, he don't want to enjoy something or no cravings to enjoy something sensually. No sensual indulgence at all. And na utsahi bhavati, he don't have any enthusiasm or anxiety to achieve something. Because once you achieve everything, that to be achieved, once it is achieved, no question of achieving something else. So there is no anxiety, there is no eagerness, there is no enthusiasm to achieve something. So the simple result of practicing bhakti, it can be experienced even in day-to-day life also. Not also this, some more he says, Yat jnatva matto bhavati. Mattaha means people go for addictions, drinking, Ganja, charas, all these addictions. Not only that, addictions of many things. Okay? Why? For temporary happiness. Okay? Either coffee or tea or exposing to the nature or pilgrimage or trekking, whatever you take, everything, some kind of addictions. Here, whenever you undergo sensual enjoyment with the objects, you will be at state of what? Mindlessness, or in the state of silence and the happiness, at least temporarily. Okay? Mattaha. Say example, you are watching the movie, your own favorite movie, you are mattaha. You are completely engrossed in the movie, forgetting everything. Okay? Some of them are reading the book, they are completely engrossed in reading the book. No other affairs of the world. Mattaha, completely engrossing in any of the object or the situation. Similarly, when you go through the devotion or the bhakti, you are mattaha, ever established, absolutely established in the absolute happiness, without wanting anything. Matto bhavati, absolutely your mind and ego is everything. Once you surrender, you are established in the ultimate happiness. Matto bhavati stabda, you don't want to speak anything. Because the moment you want to speak something, your mind becomes active. You have to deal with the world. You have to deal with the feelings and the thoughts. Stabda means whenever you are in the absolute bliss state, you don't speak anything. That's why most of the yoga sadhakas or the sadhu or the monks, they maintain the silence. Why? Because they are rejoicing the inner happiness within. The moment you want to speak, then you have to become a normal person with the world. So, stabda, there are no words to explain that absolute happiness. You are engrossed yourself within. Matto bhavati, stabdo bhavati, atma ramo bhavati. At last, once you are established in the happiness, atma rama, continuously in the state of your Atma Tattva, absolute reality, your own Swarupa. So, Narada says, Swayam Phalarupateti. Bhakti immediately gives the result. If you are really interested in bhajan, if you are really taking part with your will and wish in the bhajan session, understanding the meaning as well as the feeling, even after one bhajan, one kirtan, you will experience that the silent state of silence. Swayam Phalarupa means the moment you practice the bhakti or the devotion, immediately it gives the result. No need to wait at all. That is the nature of the bhakti. That's why compared to bhakti, all others need time. If you take karma yoga, you do karma yoga, but you expect lot of results. Raga, dvesha comes. You cannot overcome the results in equally. Okay, it is very difficult. Karma. Whereas if you take the Raja Yoga, you have to practice for over a period of time, years together, asana, pranayama and all. You need to spare the time. Whereas the jnana need to understand, it is not possible for everyone. Whereas bhakti, the moment you surrender, the moment you are one with the devotion, naturally you get the result. For bhakti, no need to spare the time at all. The moment you surrender, you get the result. That's why bhakti, according to all great acharyas, master, they say, bhakti is the most easiest path to achieve the result. Even though you practice yoga, even though you go through the understanding of scriptures, Ishvara Pranidhana is most important. Surrender your ego. So that it is possible. If you go through the number of stories of disciples of great yoga masters, you will understand just surrendering their ego, they got the ultimate reality of the truth. That's why bhakti should be understood as far as ego is concerned. Nothing but one has to completely renounce his ego so that he can easily experience the path of devotion. So let us discuss further in the next sessions. Thank you very much. Om Asato Ma Sargamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Pratyo Ma Amritangamaya Om Shanti 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 Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah Sarve Santu Nirāmaya